We're all familiar with the biggest and most controversial hands that Phil Hellmuth played on the big game. But in this video, we'll show you 5 you might not have seen before. You might even consider them to be underrated.
Nice, huh?
Let us know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for the big game on tour featuring more from Hellmuth. Episodes will be out in 2024.
Is this even possible?
Action will start on Elky. Ace Jack of Hearts. Raises to 1300. Laak folds. Welcome to the table with trash from Mercier. Lets it go. Cannon out.
Pot.
Hellmuth pots it with the 10-9.
Phil's out of position, but he's not letting that stop him.
How much?
49 total.
Aggressive as all get out.
Minieri's already folded. And Hellmuth makes it 4,900.
Elky facing a 3-bet with a big suited ace.
I guess.
Elky calls.
Hellmuth's out of position, but at least he's got the betting lead.
Flop. 4 king, 5 2 hearts. Elky with the nut flush draw.
I assume Phil's going to have to continue with this.
7,400.
He does, makes it 7,400.
0% chance Elky folds.
Given the way Hellmuth's been playing, Joe, what's more likely here, a call or a raise from Elky?
Well, Elky won't want to chase away Phil if he's bluffing.
He just calls.
Phil's in pretty bad shape here.
To the turn. 10 of spades. Phil hits a pair. He takes the lead, but Elky with every out in the deck now. He has a straight draw as well.
Will Phil fire at this again? Looks like yes.
25.6.
That's 25,600.
Elky's getting way the right price. Factor in implied odds and the fact that he might not even be behind it all, and I think it's super unlikely to see Elky fold.
I'll take this one, Elky.
Like beeping at a hot girl from your car, I don't know that this tactic has ever worked. Elky's just got so many outs.
That's a big raise. Elky's made it 122,000 to go.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Don't think he's kidding.
Cheating me in this game or what?
Phil's ahead, but if he makes this call, he's coin flipping for a couple $100 grand. I think Phil's just about to snap through those glasses.
Hellmuth lays it down, and the aggressive semi-bluff will work for Elky.
You can show one. You can see one.
This one. This is the one.
Laak flips over the ace.
Oh, ace 3 of hearts.
Better than that. Come on.
Ace jack of hearts.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, Elky, you put him on Astro tilt.
If you want to make that tilt complete, you have to fade the river.
Severe lack of bleeps there. Serenity now.
All right, I pot.
Hellmuth pots it.
Good hand, Elky.
Thank you, Phil.
Raises to 2,000 with ace 3. Minieri out.
I wish we could play for a couple more hours, buddy. I want to gamble.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Elky calls, and these two going at it again. Deuce, ace, jack, couple of spades. Elky flops another flush draw.
If Elky eventually catches his spade, we could have level 4 Ultimo tilt.
Elky bets 2,700.
6,000.
Phil raises to 6K.
Phil's frustratedly bloating this pot. Sure, he's ahead, but he could also be dominated.
No shove?
Elky makes the call. Turn, deuce of hearts.
Elky missed. Hellmuth's playing the jack kicker now.
Elky checks. And Hellmuth checks behind.
Slows down.
River. Tray of spades. Elky makes his flush.
Oh boy, Phil's hand gets exactly 1 pip bigger, and Elky's hand is now basically the nuts.
Elky fires.
Call.
Phil calls. Elky wins.
Here it comes. Oh, he's only freaking out on the inside.
Elky will drag a pot worth 30,000.
Nice, huh?
There it is.
Elky, is it nice? He suspects it's nice. Is it?
It's quite nice.
He confirms.
Oui.
King, queen for Hellmuth.
26.
Raises to 2,600. Minieri out. Elky with queen 6. Folds.
Phil Hellmuth typically opens a lot of pots in this show, and he's been opening a lot this week, only he's been clowning around far less.
9 tray of spades for Phil Laak.
This would be a very odd call out of position for Phil Laak.
But he does call.
Thank you.
Perkins obviously likes his pot odds.
I needed you.
Calls 1800 with the 7 tray.
Not as odd a call for Perkins.
Well, it's a scoreboard situation. I have 2K profit right now, should I fold. So sometimes you play the stack.
Fold or play the huge side, that's true.
To the flop, 10 ace jack rainbow. Phil has flopped the stone cold nuts.
And everyone else has stone cold nothing. Even when Phil runs good, he runs bad.
Laak checks. Some guy checks.
Phil probably isn't going to get much action.
Hellmuth should bet 2100. Haha, he's got it. He did it. He's ruined the whole thing. He is a genius.
Does bet 2100.
That's why you can hang with the Shaolin monks that, you know, disguise themselves as Italians. You know, you can do it.
Kung Fu Panda down there. Kung Fu Max.
God damn, what the f?
Shall bluff, you're my idol.
Don't worry about it, Phil. On that hand, if I'm putting money in the
Check.
flop, holy cow.
Check it.
Hellmuth, if I put money in it with you, trust me, right in that moment, I was going to have something.
Yeah, I believe you. Like ace jack. It'll be all right.
Wow, how did he flop the nuts?
Nizzles.
Wow, I'm so glad I didn't make a move on Hellmuth right then.
Cars honk.
Funny you mentioned that. I'll tell you something after this hand.
The cannon called. Queen, queen, ace. Action flop. Trip queens for Phil. Top pair for Bobby the Bus, who checks.
First, Hellmuth reversed the curse of the Bambino.
Hellmuth bets 4,000.
Now maybe his own.
The cannon calls. The turn, 7 of clubs gives Phil a flush draw as well. Ferdinand checks. Hellmuth bets 12,000.
This is Phil's second pot-sized bet in a row, but there isn't a whole lot Bobby can do here. The majority of the time, he will have the best hand.
And he calls.
Our loose cannon looks like he's going to drop a chunk early.
Unless that happens, it's an ace. It fills both up, but the cannon has a better boat than Phil.
Phil's 6-seat curse has followed him to seat 4.
Cannon bets.
I was waiting for that.
How can they always do it to you? It's pretty sick. Unreal.
Is this even possible? I was thinking he was going to pay off 50,000 drawing to 2 outs. It was so sweet. Pot, and I was going to bet 30 in the end, and he was going to call me with his ace 10 or whatever. Oh, come on. Are you serious? I mean, can this just keep happening to me? It's like...
I think everyone at the table knows Bobby has an ace. Phil probably too. He calls pre-flop, calls the flop, calls the turn, then all of a sudden wakes up and has a muscle spasm and starts betting the river. No way. Has to be an ace. Maybe 1 out of every 100 times he plays it that way with another queen.
You got an ace, Bus?
18-5, you'll see what I got.
You called a pot size.
What do you
bet
got?
and a pot. I got a queen.
I can hear Phil at dinner now. They did it to me again, Charles Barkley. Hey, Nelly, pass the salt.
Phil calls. Ferdinand shows and wins a pot of nearly 74 grand.
No stops today in the bus.
There's a catchphrase for the T-shirts.
I wasn't calling you river bet, Phil.
No, I'm sure you were going to lay it down.
I was not calling you river bet.
He was raising it.
Phil calls with Jack-6 suited.
Still limping from early position.
Russo folds. 6 deuce.
Painful. It's painful to pull the button.
Amac folds. Ferdinand's in.
Way out of position.
Ace-queen for Elky. Raises to 2,200.
Elky's punishing the limpers, as he is wont to do.
Phil calls, and Bob's out.
That's all the respect I get, Phil.
Called you so fast.
Called me so fast. Didn't even think about what kind I have.
Deuce 5-6. Elky checks.
I don't even know what I have. Time.
Hellmuth checks top pair. Queen on the turn.
Hellmuth outflopped Elky, and Elky outturned Hellmuth.
Elky bets 3,300.
Phil knows Elky would likely bet the turn no matter what, so we probably won't see him fold.
Nope, he raises to 7,300.
This is a pretty interesting raise since nothing worse would ever call. It's not a raise for value, but it's not exactly a bluff either.
Elky calls.
Not getting the protection he was looking for.
7 of clubs on the river.
That 7 only makes a few straights, but we'll see if Phil's raise in the turn was enough to scare Elky out of value betting, and it doesn't look like it is.
Nope, he bets 8,800.
That's less than half the pot, so maybe Elky would get away if Phil decided to raise the river. Could be a bit of a blocker bet.
Phil calls.
Ace queen.
And they did it to him again.
Elky wins a pot of nearly 38 grand.
It's so f***ing brutal. I have to f***ing watch this. No, if an ace comes, he doesn't make any money. He has to hit exactly a queen. Otherwise, he's paying me off with ace queen high.
Paying you off how?
What's that?
How can I pay you off with ace high?
They always pay me off with ace high.
They do.
Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome poker content. And check out this video. The YouTube algorithm seems confident you'll like it.